my family, to make ends meet, to be a good husband. The second stage of my career, I just wanted to climb the ladder and be successful. And the third stage, which I'm in now, all I want to do is make a difference. And that's the big thing, and I think I'm doing that. But you guys don't realize the difference you're making. Like these guys, Grant was a walk-on for us 4 years ago. And to see the changes that he's gone through as a person, as a student, and as a football player, that's why you coach. Willie Ray's the same thing. You can sit and look at these guys, but all this other stuff is good, but when you get guys like that, it makes it worthwhile. Now, we're going to have a chance of being a pretty good football team. We came to A&T 3 years ago, and we had 29 guys getting money. We left Grambling, we had 80-something guys getting money. We won 5 ball games. The next year, we had the mid-30s. We had 30-something guys getting money. We won 7. Now we're in the mid-50s. So it's time for us to take this step and get up there where Brian is, where Coach Teal has been the last few years. It's time for us to compete and win some championships. We're at that stage now. So if we can stay healthy, we're a pretty good football team. It's like last year. We were really good when we was healthy. We lose 3 or 4 guys. And that's the problem you deal with when you're in the position that we're in, as far as no spring practice, as far as no day in the fall and depth. You lose 1 or 2 guys, the whole team changes. But guess what? We have them now.
Hi, I'm Brian Holloway here at the MEAC Press Luncheon with head coach Rod Broadway. And coach, you got off to a 3-0 start last year, ran into some troubles midway through the season. What will it take this year to sustain the success?
Staying healthy would be a big plus for us, and just being able to play every game and getting better during the course of the year. But the main thing is staying healthy. One of the things you got to be able to do, Brian, to win a championship is you got to play well every week. And we say, we teach our guys that to be a champion, you got to be able to repeat your performance, practice in and practice out, week in and week out, game in and week out. Now, some games grew as good as anybody in the country, and some games grew really bad, but we got to eliminate the distance between our good and our bad and be more consistent offensively, defensively, kicking game-wise. And when we start doing that, we're going to have a chance to win a championship.
You had the #1 rush defense in the country a year ago. What do you expect out of your defense in 2014?
#1 rush defense in the country. Our basic philosophy, Brian, we start every team meeting, every new year, every defensive staff meeting with the same philosophy: stop the run. That's our #1 priority as a football team, to stop the run. So we're going to gang up on the run, and we're going to make people throw the ball, because most people don't have a good enough quarterback to beat you just throwing the ball every down. So we're going to eliminate half of the game for them.
Speaking of quarterback, what do you feel about your quarterback situation going into the season?
I'm really excited, and I'm anxious to see how these guys develop. And it comes down to, so much depends on how they play. And we got to get our guys where they can make some plays, get the ball to some of our receivers that can run, get the ball to the running backs, and just manage the game a lot better than we have in the past. And if we can get good quarterback play, then we're going to be in this thing at the end of the year.
You got a pretty good offensive lineman next to you right there. What do you think about your offensive line this season?
We got guys like this, and I was telling somebody earlier, and you know, it's amazing to see the growth of these guys. You know, when I look at Devontae, see the growth that he has as a person, as a player. When I look at Willie Ray and see how those guys have grown, and you know, a lot is expected out of those guys. They're putting a lot on them as far as leadership, but not only that, how they perform and how they do. And I'm not concerned about what we're going to get out of these guys, because I know performance-wise what we're going to get, but we need them to step up more as leaders and lead our football team, because we're still a young football team. We're still bottom heavy, and but we got some young guys that can play, you know. So I'm excited, man. I really am. You know, I still think, you know, we're one class away from being dominant, but I think we're having an opportunity to be really good.
MEAC SWAC Challenge is coming up on August 31st. What do you want your football team to be by the time you get kicked off in Orlando?
But we just want to win the game. You know, that's the purpose. We're going to win the game. We're going to go down there and we're going to enjoy Orlando, because I said earlier, this is a mini bowl game for these guys, and to have the guys to have an opportunity to experience this is big, and expose these guys as much as we can outside of, you know, Greensboro is big for us. You know, we would come to play D.C. We took them to the Martin Luther King Monument. When we was in Grambling, we was taking guys to the Civil Rights Museum. So I like doing things like that and exposing guys to different things during the season.
Head Coach Rod Broadway, appreciate everything.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you.
Season starts August 31st in Orlando. First home game is September 6th against Coastal Carolina.
Aggie Braves!